Hey there, what is going on, guys? First of all, Merry Christmas. I just got some of my Christmas toys for my truck, so I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to just shoot this video really quick on how I'm installing my Tailgate Light Bar. So I did buy a cheaper one off of Amazon, and it's actually one of the flexible ones that has the 3M tape on the back, has the 4-pin connector, and then of course the red wire for reverse. So I'm going to show you what I've already done. I've already taken out my tail light, and I've already, luckily on my new ones, it actually tells me that right here, this is reversing 12.8 and 1.5 watt. And then up here, it actually tells me stop, signal, all that stuff. So I kind of already know where to start and where to splice into. I'm actually going to solder the wire together instead of splicing. I don't like splicing. That's just my preference. But yeah, so I went ahead and I installed the light strip down at the bottom. I've already plugged up my 4-pin just to make sure that my left and my right is on the right side, because you can flip it. It's flippable, right? So you want to make sure whenever you install it, you install it the right way. Whenever you hit your left blinker, turn signal, whatever, your left one actually comes on, not the right one, because that'd be kind of weird and confusing. Plus, once this 3M tape sets, it's kind of hard to pull off. Don't get me wrong, you can still do it, but kind of hard. So what I'm going to do is I have a decision to make, and that is either to tap into this, which is my actual cable from my truck, or tap into my lights. And what I'm thinking is I might actually tap into the cable on my truck. So if I get down here and I'll show you the package. So I have my 4-pin connector up here. I actually have two. Some trucks do, some trucks don't. So I have my 4-pin, and then I have my 8-pin plug. I don't know if you guys can see it. Where's my hand? You can't really see it. Up here. So this is my 8-pin plug. This is my 4-pin plug. And then this, I'm gonna get rid of these wires in a minute, but this is the little reverse that I'm gonna have to install. So if you are looking up here, sun's in my eyes, so I can't really see if you guys can see this, but up here is where it runs to the brakes, or the brake lights, right? So I have my wires running from down here, and they're going through this hole, which I will zip tie up and make sure that they don't hang. And then I have my, you guys probably have sun in your eyes too, sorry about that. I have my reverse that I'm going to run up through up here. So I wish I had another hand or something to hold a camera, right? That would be great and amazing. Maybe I should have got that for Christmas instead of truck stuff. But let's see, maybe I can get that hooked around to where it won't come out. All right, we're gonna see if I can grab that from up there. So it's actually not too hard of a process. Bad news, guys, I can't grab it from up there. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to sit you down. So I'm just gonna sit you down right there. Wish me luck. Whew. Okay, so got the cable running up through. That is good now. Now I can just tap into my actual truck, so that way in case I ever do have to replace these or replace this light, I won't have to worry about re-tapping into that. So now the issue is finding out which one, whether the black or the red and green, or white and green cable I need to tap into. Now that's the only thing, is I am not sure. So stand by while I figure that out. And then actually I will let you guys know once I find out. So if anybody watches this video, they'll automatically know, and they won't have to. I don't have a voltmeter, by the way, so that's another easy way to do it. Ooh, mashed taters.
You miss anything?
No.
They're good?
They're good. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. Sorry. My wife just brought out mashed potatoes that she's making for dinner tonight. Anyway, you know, since it's Christmas, if you have a voltmeter, that's a heck of a lot better. You can actually test which one you need to, you know, come out or tap into. But I don't have one of those. I don't feel like buying one of those. Normally, I probably shouldn't say that. Normally, I've been right on which one to tap into, and I luckily have not had to redo it. But worst case scenario, since I'm actually soldering on, I just melt the metal, and then that wire has extra metal, and then I just tap into the other one. So it's not really like too big deal. I'm not cutting any wires, if you know what I'm saying. So what I do, once again, not necessarily the best way, but I expose the wires a little bit more, right? Take my little box cutter and I actually just cut down in here, and then I will wrap the red wire around. So I'm going to make, you guys see this? See that little bitty bit sticking out there? Yeah, no, I'm gonna cut this, make it more. What I do is I wrap the wire actually around it, and then I solder it on. So that's what I will be doing today. Sorry this is such a long video. What's up, babe?
My shoulder hurts from smashing those and stirring them. Can you help me pick it up and pour it into the bowl?
Yeah, you'll have to give me a minute. You weren't out here to hold the camera for me.
What you doing?
I am installing the reverse lights. So I already got it on there. And now I need to tap into my reverse lights to install that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go start on the phone.
Gonna go what? Start the corn. Alright. I forgot you were making corn on the cob too. Yes, corn on the cob. Oh. Oh no. I thought my phone just fell. That would not have been good. So, sometimes this may take a little while, especially if you don't have a sharp box cutter. Definitely trying to pull my phone down. Unfortunately, I've used mine for a lot, so it actually is not that sharp. So I'm really trying to be careful not to cut myself. You know, because that's never a good thing. Don't need to be going to the ER on Christmas, right? Because I didn't cut myself. Sliced open. I probably should have made a video also on how I installed my halo lights on my 08 truck. But I didn't, so I failed you guys. But it's roughly the same way, actually, because I had to tap into the halos, or tap into my regular lights for the halos to stay on regular, so, or stay on all the time. Almost there, guys, almost there. All right. So let me peel this back and cut it off. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to show you guys what I got going on here. Alright, so I have now see if you guys can see this. Stripped this cable right to where it's just the cable, and then like I said, I'm going to make this a little bit longer so that way, where is this wire? Ah, there it is. So that way I can actually just wrap this around it and then solder it on there, right? So I'm actually going to try to set you guys up so that way you can see this process. I really should have got camera stuff for Christmas. Like, I really should have. You know what? Be right back. I'm gonna set you guys down. Look at my oil. Have fun. Alright. So, what I just did here, was I put down a towel because I forgot that I had a bed liner. And the bed liner is not so friendly to plastic and tail lights. So I had to pick that up because otherwise freaking my tail light would have been scratched. Alright, I need to move you guys a little bit closer. So got this wire here, right? Hope I really got the right one. I'm going to make this, like I said, a little bit longer. So that way I can wrap it around. Also, if you have wire strippers, hell of a lot easier than this. If you have the right tools, this is actually a quicker job. But the thing is I don't. Or actually, I do somewhere, but I don't feel like going and digging them out. News is I actually just bought an RV. So I will be moving out of my house and I will be moving into RV. So I'm actually downsizing on everything. And unfortunately, at this moment, since I'm downsizing, I don't have a lot of room and I'm not sure exactly where all my tools are at. So I know that sounds bad, but it is what it is. I have the basic ones available, you know, sockets, some wrenches, some pliers, a cutter, my soldering iron, but like all my extra stuff that I don't normally use, like the wire strippers, connectors, things like that, I don't have available at the moment, but it'll be all right. We'll make do. It'll just take a little bit longer, which it's Christmas. I'm off. I only have to go see friends later on tonight, so I'm not too worried about it anyway. All right, so now I have a little bit longer cable, right? And I have my exposed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around. So I know it's really hard to see, but I actually have this wrapped around. And now I'm going to take my soldering iron and I'm actually going to solder this together. And then I'm gonna pull on it a little bit, you know, gentle pulls, not too much. And I'm gonna make sure that it stays. Alright, so set this back. Make sure you don't set that on anything that it will melt or burn through. But I'm gonna let this dry a little bit. I don't know if you can see. Where's that here? If you can see that, I got a bead of soldering iron on there. So I've soldered it together. And I'm going to give it a pull. Doesn't come off. So the only thing now I can do is to turn on my reverse lights and see if they come on. If not, I'll have to heat that back up. Just pull out the little wire. I'm not going to cut it because that doesn't make sense. Why not heat it back up, right? I'll just heat it up, melt that stuff, pull this back out, and then I'll tap into the other one if need be. But I think this is the right one. We'll see. Come with me. Be careful when putting up tools. Some you grab may be hot. If y'all are wondering what I'm doing now, I'm just shoving my tail light back in. That's it, literally. So I'll set you up. Oh no, almost got you. I'll set you up here. Just going to shove all this stuff back in here for now. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna pull it back out, but I want to make sure it works. And then I'll tape everything up like it needs to be. There we go. So light is in. I'm just gonna put a screw in to hold it right. So just hand tighten, move everything to the bed of my truck. We're gonna take the soldering iron down. I'm not gonna unplug it yet, just in case I need it. So we're gonna set that on the ground. Oh, let me show you guys this. I really wish I could flip this around. So it's installed down there at the bottom. Make sure you press on this. Not too hard, but you know, make sure the 3M tape is sticking, but that's where it is. Now we're about to go try, see if this works. Cross your fingers.
Waiting to pair. Successfully paired.
Alright, so I put my truck in reverse. It's not going anywhere. Got my emergency brake on. Let's go see if this puppy works. Alright, so my reverse light is on here, as you can see. And now my brake light, because I have my brakes on, right? And my reverse light is on underneath there as well. So the one that I did tap into, I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this. The wire I tapped into to the actual truck was the green and white. So not the black one, green and white. And yep, everything's working fine. I'm gonna put my truck back in park so nothing crazy happens. Turn this off. I'm gonna clean up, and then I'm just going to clean up the wires. Just you know, wrap them up, whatnot. Make sure they're all stowed away. Nothing bad's gonna happen to them. If I have electrical tape, or if I need electrical tape, you know, I'll do that. And that is really about it. If you have any questions, comments, I know I should be doing it the right way with the right things, and I should test stuff first so those comments can stay. Or hell, send them. You know what? I don't care. This is just a easy thing to do. Really cheap upgrade to the truck. I want to say it cost me like 36 bucks, something like that, because it is the 5 function. It has the left or right, the brake, and then the reverse, and then like the regular just stays on, right, whenever your lights are on. So it was a little bit more expensive, but not as expensive as the full light bars that some people have, that actually come in case, that are not flexible. So I don't know how long this thing will last. I'll have to make another video about that. Obviously I just got it today, just installed it today. So that is the video. I'm gonna use my little Velcro strips here. By the way, if you don't have any of these, These things are awesome. They just come in a roll. They have black and gray, and they're kind of like zip ties, but they're Velcro. So you just pull one off like this, and you can put it through the hole, and then it Velcros together. So pretty awesome. But that is all I have today. Sorry it took so long. Basic tools needed. Basic thing from Amazon. Really not that hard to do at all. Cheap modification to your truck or SUV or whatever you're putting it on that will, I think personally, make it look better and more visible. I have a very black truck. I didn't used to, but as you guys know, I was working on possibly bedlining my truck. I did end up doing that. I'll have to show you that video later because I have a lot of stuff to say about that one. And maybe I'm just going to need another cameraman that will hold my stuff. So wifey will have to help me instead of cooking mashed potatoes and corn on the cob. But that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll try my best to answer them. And yeah, have a Merry Christmas, everybody.